This video is sponsored by my favorite website creator, Squarespace, the best place to go when you want to get a domain or create a gorgeous website or an online store. Hey, what's the last thing you bought? Was it something that just spontaneously caught your fancy? Or was it something that you think you might just actually love and keep until your dying moment? You know how I feel. Better keep our wallets shut than buy things we'll only get tired of and throw out in no time. So let's take a look at those hero items that I'm happy I did buy and that I'm still in love with and that I'm 99% sure I will keep until someone will inherit me from, 120 years from now. Here is episode 2 of my Things I'll Keep Until I Die series. Let's start with interior design and this cast iron bowl thing from by Lassen that I got gifted from the brand already back in 2016. So what, almost 6 years ago? Since it's iron, it's more or less indestructible, and even 6 years in, I'm still so in love with the design that I'm sure I'll never tire of it. We actually love this bowl so much, I bought David the matching tea light holder a couple of years ago, and together, what a power couple, don't you think? The slim legs on this thing makes it look like it's almost floating, and when sunlight hits it, the legs make the most gorgeous shadow play on the wall. Also, since they're white, it brightens up the sideboard that I keep them on and look fresh and light. It's so gorgeous. Such clean, simple lines, but they really beautify the room, and of course, the simpler the lines, the more timeless design. What do you think? Love them or hate them? If you love this type of video, do give me a thumbs up so I know to continue making them. And feel free to subscribe if you're new around here. Okay, I'm not sure I can keep this piece of clothing till the day I die, but since it's already 14 years old and still in pristine condition, I wouldn't be surprised if it made it into my will and testament. It's something as cheap and unassuming as this high street vest I bought all the way back in 2007 in a Swedish shop called Jensen. For some reason, I've just been carrying it with me from Sweden to London, back to Sweden, then to Berlin, and now back to London again. And no matter how much I've used it, there are no tears or fading of color or loose threads. I don't know how they did it, but this is like tip-top quality, and it cost like what, £10 or something back in the day. The only way it has aged is that it has grown even softer, and it also has grown a tiny bit in size. But that's only a good thing, because now it's gorgeously slouchy and very, very low cut, as you can see, like nip slip low. So I wear it mostly at home when I want to look cute for David. Let's see how long it will survive, but here's the hoping I will die before it does. Kitchen stuff, are you ready? You guys, I have always been in love with the designs of Danish architect Arne Jacobsen. He's made some of the most iconic furniture and kitchen items in the last century, like the egg chair and the swan chair, not to mention the gorgeous AJ floor lamp. Another much smaller thing Arne Jacobsen designed, which I have been drooling over ever since I learned how to eat with knife and fork, is, well, his knife and fork. Just look at this cutlery set. So 60s modernistic and unique and yet simple. I feel like kind of on a spaceship every time I eat with these. He designed them way back in 1957, and I don't think that they've ever been out of style. So cool and clean all day. I got these back in 2016 and I'm still just as much in love as I was back then. If you want to invest in iconic designs that last a lifetime and elevate our everyday lives, kitchenware is where it's at. No other type of designs are as affordable as kitchenware, and most of it you can get secondhand online or at flea markets for a fraction of the price. Recommend. And if you're a sucker for timeless designs and iconic furniture, do go take a look at our house tour channel. David shows the most amazing architectural spaces with such gorgeous decor, you kind of just want to get a key and move in pronto. Link in the description. Probably my first grown-up favorite book was The Picture of Dorian Gray. I've told you that before, and in my last Till I Die video I showed you a Swedish first edition I have of that book and that I guard with my life. Here's another book I'll never throw away. The Complete Works of Oscar Wilde, which is probably the first second-hand book I ever bought. I remember how bloody over the moon I got when I saw this on the shelf, and I couldn't believe my luck. You know I have a thing for using books as decor, but this one I find especially gorgeous. The jacket is all faded and the pages are deliciously brown. Unless there's a fire or a flood, this baby will live on my bookshelves until I'm gone. Now you might wonder how I'm so sure I bought this baby already back in 2006. Actually, I write in all my books which years I got them, just for this reason. It's fun to trace back your reading and your book purchases. Let's look at accessories. This bag from Osea, I'm sure will last me years and years, and who knows, maybe it will even outlive me. Now, since I'm vegan, I don't know any bags made out of animal skin, but luckily the last few years have seen such extreme technical advances when it comes to vegan leathers in great quality. Some even made from apples or mushrooms or pineapple or recycled materials. This sort of bucket bag from Osea is such amazing quality, and the material feels luxe and incredibly durable. The reason I think it will last a lifetime is because I only wear it now and then. It's a great showstopper piece because of its color and unusual shape, which means it elevates any outfit, but it also means it's not my go-to everyday bag. So since I only use it once in a while, and since I take care to store my bags properly one by one on a shelf, I'm sure it will stay just as pristine as it is now for years to come. What about you? How do you store your bags and your accessories and clothes? Do you take care to organize them, or do you just throw everything in a pile and shove the wardrobe door shut? My dream for when we have our home of our own instead of renting as we do now is to have a proper dressing room with space to place each bag and each shoe and each piece of clothing and jewelry neatly side by side to keep them protected and mint. Am I the only one dreaming of a dressing room like this? Come on, aren't we all? Okay, here's a random weird thing for you. My tongue scraper. Listen to this. I've owned this little fella since like 2006, so 16 years and counting. A tongue scraper is used to get rid of the nasty bacteria in your mouth, and I use it every time I brush my teeth, and seriously, I'm addicted to it. If I don't scrape my tongue, I feel kind of unclean and nasty. Scraping your tongue is like good for overall mouth health and gives you better breath and a better sense of taste apparently, but it also helps you get rid of bacteria that might give you a cold, or at least that's what I've read, but you know, I'm no doctor, so don't take my word for any of this. Now, I read that you should throw out your scraper every few years, but honestly, I do not see the point. This is made from super smooth plastic, it's more or less indestructible, and instead of buying a new one, I just sanitize it now and then. I know we're all hating on plastic and want to buy items in natural materials, but I bought this way before plastic was such a big no-no, and honestly, I'm kind of glad, because a few years ago David got a metal tongue scraper and it started rusting after just a couple of months. So I think one plastic scraper that will last me a lifetime is probably not so bad a deal. Have you ever tried a tongue scraper? What material did you go for, and would you recommend it? Because obviously it would be great to have a nice alternative to plastic for all of you who are thinking of getting one. Do you have any items you love right now and that you'll keep forever, moving them from apartment to apartment and bringing them into the retirement home with you when you're old? If you do, let me know what it is. I'm so curious about this stuff, what people's favorite things are. Also, give me a thumb if you want more of these hero items videos, and don't forget to subscribe if you're new to my channel, and to check out David's new home tour channel too. Do you want to create a beautiful site and maybe start your own interior design blog? If so, you should definitely do it with Squarespace. They have great blogging tools to share your stories, photos and videos to make it easy to reach your audience. You can also auto-post your content to Twitter, Facebook and Tumblr, and simply schedule your posts for them to be properly tagged and the descriptions and titles will show up correctly. You can of course add your social media accounts to your site so that it's easy for your readers to find you everywhere. Squarespace also have great traffic analytics so that you can see how many people are visiting your site and where they're coming from and how long they're staying and what they're interested in, like interior design or fashion or maybe minimalism, for example. So what are you waiting for? Go get your free trial today at squarespace.com, and when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/jennymustard to get 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Lots of love for now. Puss puss and hej då!